good afternoon, BEd 21 students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Maklaro ra akong tingog, class.
Afternoon.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so since it is already 2:30, so we will start our class. Then maghuwat lang ta sa uba. Katong wala pa nakasud sa Google Meet is apas-apas lang to sila. Okay, so let us start our class with a prayer. So may I request Miss Lindy Moring to please lead the opening prayer.
Okay, ma'am. Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord, in the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, thank you for another wonderful day, another opportunity for us to learn, another opportunity for us to attend our virtual meeting. Thank you, Lord, for guiding us through this semester. Help us, Lord, that we will learn and acquire all the information that would be discussed by our teacher today. This is all we pray in your name. Amen. In the Father, the Son, and the Spirit.
Thank you so much, Miss Moring. So let us check your attendance. So kindly count off in order from 1 to 42 based on your class number. Okay, so you don't have to mention your name na lang, yun na lang class number. So in order, class from 1 to 42. Okay, so let us start.
Three. Five.
Six, 7, 8,
9. 10.
11, 12, 13,
14.
15,
15, ma'am.
okay,
16, ma'am.
17, 18,
19.
20, 21, 22,
21, ma'am.
okay, 22, 23,
23, ma'am.
24. 24, ma'am.
okay,
25. 25.
okay, 26, 27,
27, ma'am. 28.
29, 30, 31,
31, ma'am.
okay, 32,
32, ma'am. 33, ma'am. 33.
okay,
34, ma'am. 34.
okay, 35,
35, ma'am.
36,
36, ma'am.
37.
Ma'am.
37, ma'am.
okay,
38, ma'am. 39, ma'am.
40,
42, ma'am.
wala si 41,
42, ma'am.
okay. So halos tanan naman tali ninyo present class, no? So good
20,
afternoon.
ma'am. 6, ma'am.
20, so 6. Kinsa pa? Kinsa pa yung nakapas? 6. Kinsa pa?
29, 17, ma'am. 22, ma'am.
29, 22. Napa class?
17, ma'am.
17. Okay. Wala na? Okay, so good afternoon once again, BEd 21 students. So how are you, class?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Okay, so that's very good to know. So who can give me a short recap on our discussion last meeting? Anyone? Si Miss Olaso.
Okay, so last meeting we have discussed about the 20 competencies of an art teacher and the 6 values of art education.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Olaso. So last meeting, we have discussed on the competences of an art teacher and the values of art education. So Mr. Relio, can you give me one competency of an art teacher? Mr. Relio?
Yes, ma'am. One, ma'am. An art teacher should have a clear understanding on the current concepts, philosophy, and practices in art education in the elementary school.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Relio. How about the values of art education? Could you give at least one, Miss Dultra? Miss Dultra? So anyone na lang class? Sige, Miss Laika.
Inventiveness and resourcefulness, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you. So I guess you already, you really understand our topic last meeting, right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this afternoon,
ma'am.
we will be having a new topic. But before anything else, let us first have a game. Are you ready, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so our game is a word search game. You just have to search for words that you can find in that table. So there are 5 words that are present in this table. So who wants to guess the first word?
Moring, ma'am.
Sige, Miss Moring.
So the first word that I found is psychoanalytic, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Psychoanalytic. Another.
Ondigan, ma'am.
Miss Ondina.
Ma'am. Cognitive, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Cognitive. Another.
Leo, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Sige, Mr. Leo.
Perceptual, ma'am.
Perceptual. Yes. Another. The fourth
Kagay,
word.
ma'am.
Kagay. Mr. Kagay.
Rhythm, ma'am.
Walay rhythm. Another.
Castellios, ma'am.
Miss Castellius. Castellijos.
Analytic, ma'am.
Nanang psychoanalytic. Another lang.
Monserrate, ma'am.
Sige, Miss Monserrate.
Shuri, ma'am.
Yes. Theory. Another. The last word. Ay, makaguess. The last word, class.
Buko,
Sige. Miss Buko.
Cognitive, ma'am.
Cognitive. Na-mention na to ganiha lang.
Okay, ma'am. Piñaranda, ma'am.
Sige, Miss Piñaranda.
Okay siya, ma'am. Saan ipag-pronounce? Delineation?
Yes, very good. So it is nation. So let us have another activity. So the words that we can find in the table are psychoanalytic, cognitive, delineation, theory, and perceptual. So let us have another activity. So this is a group activity. So this is somewhat kanang mura siya og pre-test class sa atong lesson for this afternoon. So these are the choices. So A is cognitive theory, B psychoanalytic theory, C perceptual delineation theory, and D perceptual theory. So naay kanang as what I have said, group activity ni siya class. So nakainomdom pa ba mo sa inyong groupings ni Agi?
Wala na.
Okay. So group 1 will start from class number 1 to class number 10. So group 2, class number 11 to class number 20. Na-follow na class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, group 3 from class number 21 to class number 30. And group 4 is from class number 31 to class number 42. So pareha lagapon sa una class nga every member of the group will have kanang score if isa ka member nila na makatubag. So much better if magtinabangay mo class, so paunhanay ni siya og answer. And please be reminded nga ang akong una nga tawag is katong una rapod nga apelyido nga akong madunggan. Is it okay, class?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So number 1. This is a theory which believes that children draw what they know. What do you think is this theory? Anyone?
Moring, ma'am, try.
Sige, Miss Moring.
Cognitive theory, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So this is cognitive theory. Number 2. A theory which believes that children do not draw what they know or feel, but what they see.
Dalia, ma'am.
By the way, Miss Moring is from group number 3 now.
Yes, ma'am, group number 3.
Okay, so wait. So number 2, yun ka tong volunteer?
Dalia, ma'am.
Sige, Miss Nalia.
So I think letter C, ma'am, perceptual delineation theory.
Wrong lang. So another.
Kisto, ma'am. Kisto, ma'am.
Kinsa to?
Kisto, ma'am.
Miss Kisto.
I think it's letter D, ma'am, perceptual theory.
Yes, very good. It is perceptual theory. So group number 3 and group number 4 already has 1 point. Third, this believes that children draw as they do, not because of any factor, but because of several factors.
Valoria, ma'am.
Sige, Miss
Sandigan,
Valoria.
ma'am.
Miss Valoria.
Letter B,
Letter
psychoanalytic short.
No, wrong lang. So another.
Sandigan, ma'am.
Miss Piñaranda.
C, ma'am.
Yes, it is perceptual delineation theory. So group number 4 already has 2 points. So number 4, this believes that children draw what they feel, not what they know.
Castardo, ma'am. Sandigan, ma'am.
Castardo, Miss Castardo. Miss Castardo.
I think it's letter B, ma'am, psychoanalytic theory.
Yes, very good. It is psychoanalytic theory. Si Miss Castardo is from group number 1. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so group number 1 has 1 point. So let us congratulate group number 4 for winning this game. So let us give the group number 4 a virtual applause. Okay, So based from our motivation and activity class, what do you think is our lesson this afternoon? Okay, Miss Jaya.
I think the theory of child development, ma'am.
Okay, so sakto-sakto ka lang. Another answer. Miss Rakoma.
Maybe it's learning theories in art education, ma'am.
Okay, so sakto-sakto po lang. So, another. Isa pa yung mapuan. Wala na? So, ang giingon ni Miss Jayami and ni Miss Rakoma is kanang hapit-hapit na siya sa ato ang topic this afternoon. So, our topic this afternoon is all about the theories of art. So, there are 4 theories of art. But before we start our discussion, let me first read our learning objectives. So at the end of the 2 hours class, you are expected to give examples on each of the theories of art, create a graphic organizer on the different theories of art, and explain the value of knowing the different theories of art. So we can attain these learning objectives when you will, what will you do, class?
Participate.
Okay, so we can attain these learning objectives when you will participate and cooperate actively in our discussion. So can I get that from you, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
very good. So let us now proceed to our, by the way, ako lang i-off akong camera, class, kay mura ginahinay ang internet, basig mo out na pod ko, pareha ni Aki. So thank you. So the first theory is the cognitive theory. So from the word cognitive, class, so unsa man ang inyong, what comes to your mind? Anyone? Oh, Mr. Rilio.
Intelligence, ma'am.
Yes, intelligence. So when we encounter the word cognitive, so this is all about intelligence, knowledge, and this is all about the mind. So it is our way of thinking. So the cognitive theory class believes that children draw what they know. So based on the cognitive theory, so ang unsa the knowledge nga na-acquire sa isa ka bata is dako kuno og tabang or isa ka factor sa ilang pag-draw. So ilang gi-draw kung unsa ang ilang nahibaw-an. In visual art, the distortions a child draws in size, shape, and form are believed to represent the child's level of thinking. So the cognitivist class believe that the artworks made by a child represents their level of thinking. Agree ba mo, ani, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there is this person in the name of Florence Goodenough. Familiar mo, ani niya, class?
Dili, ma'am.
Okay, so Florence Goodenough developed the Goodenough Draw a Man test. So, i-develop niya ang Goodenough Draw a Man test, which supports the idea that the amount of detail and accuracy in children's drawings reflects their thinking. So, mao lagi to, class, nga kung unsa kuno ang gidraw sa isa ka child, ga-reflect kuno na sa ilang gihuna-huna or sa ilang kahibalo. So, mo ni siya ang gituuhan sa cognitive theory class. So, the cognitive theory suggests that as children gain understanding, grow, and have more and more experiences, they increase their number of concepts or ideas, and thus their visual art increases in both detail and accuracy. So, parihan na to class, di ba, as we go through many experiences, di ba, our level of thinking will be enhanced, no? So, depending on our experiences. So, muna ang suggestion sa cognitive theory class na as the child has the opportunity to have more and more experiences that allow them to understand and grow. So, this will increase their ideas daw, so ilang knowledge. And thus, their visual art increases in both detail and accuracy. So, as the child grows older class, so the detail and accuracy of their artwork is ma-improve pud kuno. Kay as they grow older, so mas kuan sila, mas maka-acquire sila o mga additional knowledge. So, nasabi ang about cognitive theory class. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, for example, class. So, a science teacher, so a grade 4 teacher assign students to draw a life cycle of a butterfly. So, di ba, as the child ng kuan sa bata is mahibaw-an niya kung unsa ang life cycle dito sa butterfly. So, because of his or her knowledge, so makagrow siya sa life cycle of a butterfly. Another example is the knowledge of cutting letters or shapes like heart. Like for example, di ba dili man basta-basta makakat o isa ka shape ka like art kung dili ta kay bawo kung saon siya pag-cut. Di ba class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so those following examples support the belief of the cognitivist. So, who can give me another example na mo support sa cognitive theory? Okay, kinsa ning hands up? Si Miss Olaso.
Okay, ma'am. So, example also is when we were young, we were told to draw a house, and then since mga bata pa man, so we draw a house nga with simple design, kanang dili complicated ang mga designs. But eventually, when we were in high school or sa kadugay sa panahon, and then we had more knowledge about what house is, the structure of it. So, nakadraw ta og house nga na complicated designs, as well as na-enhance ang skills sa usa ka bata. We would able to draw a 2-story house or a building, and of course na visualize pod more designs at man.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Olaso. That was a very good and concrete example, no, of an example that supports the belief of the cognitivist. Another, isa pa laing idea. Sige, Miss Laika.
For example, ma'am, a teacher requires students or pupils to draw an apple, and then ilahang koloran of color red. For example, kay bata pa man yan, usahay makadawat sa daran kay commonly red man yung apple, so ilahang koloran of red. But if they grow na, ma'am, ka-experience sila nga makabalo sila nga naagay green apples nga dili lang red.
Okay, so very good, Miss Piñaranda to, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so wala question sa cognitive theory class?
None, ma'am.
Okay, so by the way, this is Florence good enough. So shall we proceed to the next theory?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if ang cognitive theory class ga believe na kanang a child grows based on what they know. So ang kanipod nga second theory which is psychoanalytic theory is na siya idea nga ni-oppose sa belief sa cognitive theory. The psychoanalytic theory believes that children grow what they feel, so not what they know. So kung ang cognitive class kay more on knowledge sila class, so ang kaning psychoanalytic theory is more on the feelings and emotions of a child. So naka-draw ko na sila, ilang ko nung gi-draw kung unsa ang ilang na feel. So what dili ang ilang nahibaw-an. So nakuha ninyo ang kalahian class.
Yes.
Okay, so according to them, so the art of the children reflects their deep inner emotions. So art consists as the role of children's subconscious thoughts and feelings. So as what I have said, ang gibiling psychoanalytic theory class is the more on the feelings and emotions of a child. I believe nga the art is the way on which the child express his or her subconscious thoughts, emotions, and things. Example is nakanot class, di ba padrawing ka o bata, ang padrawing ka sa bata o ng ilang mga o papa, di ba sa class ay ang ilang drawing ang papa, di ba? Or mas so mas taas yun ang papa. It's not because of what they know. Kay, di ba naman si papa na may sa kaysa iyang mama. But ang gibing gawin sa child is mas dako ang iyang mama or taller ang iyang papa kaysa iyang mama. So because like that child feels that their father is more superior and is more powerful than their mother. So yun na, so child grows what they feel. So matod pa sa psychoanalytic theory. So children's artwork is influenced by emotions, feelings, and inner psychological drive. Children's art products reveal their emotions and reflections of unconscious feelings, so merely not intelligence. So, psychoanalysis, more than any other form, perceives that art is deeply rooted in the unconscious depth of the artist. So what a man has experienced earlier becomes not only the content of his dreams, but of his creative work as well. So, have you seen a movie class nga na ay certain artist nga kanang kuan tigama siya og mga paintings bitaw class din kung unsa ang iyang na-feel ana nga day is maugsad ang scene sa iyang piece or artwork. So, nakuan mo class, ang nakakita mo ginga ng movie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So mao dito ang belief sa psychoanalytic theory class nga ang emotion sa isa ka child or feelings is mao ang kanang factor nga maka-influence sa drawing sa isa ka child. So a child draws based on what they feel, so not on what they know. So pamikahila mo ani nga person class.
Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud. So this is Sigmund Freud. So this day, po na is psychoanalytic theory. So nasabi na sa psychoanalytic theory ko.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us see the next theory. So the first is the perceptual theory. So based on perceptual anong sa ang maunaan. Okay. Minsan nga Miss May Valeria.
Yes, ma'am. For me, perceptual is it suggests that children draw what they see, not what they know or feel, ma'am.
Okay, so very good, Miss Valeria. So, actual, no? This is kanang somewhat related to our ability to see, no? Our sense of sight. So, perceptual theory believes that children do not draw what know, but what they support siya sa cognitive and psychoanalytic theory in which a cognitive about a child we know. An psychoanalytic, a child draws on what the and ang kaning perceptual theory class is civil sila and do not what know or feel. So wala nag-draw ang isa ka bata based nahibaw ang ilang feel but what they see. We believe that children's perceptual that is they do not just see the sum of the parts, a total image structured by an active brain. Being active, the brain organizes po receive from our eyes. And science class ay bawa nato nga kung sa ang kita sa atong kung sa mata is ma-just brain and ang brain sad ang mag-command sa to body. So yung ang belief sa perceptual theory class nga kung sa ang nakita sa bata o sad ang ilang kanang mausad ang isa ka factor nga naka-influence ilang drawing. So children's drawings are influenced by the organization, their brains involved in incoming images. Kaya mo ni person class. Are you familiar with this one? So,
Dili.
okay, so, yes, kinsa to?
Gloria, ma'am, Arnhem.
Yes, Miss Valeria. This is Rudolph Arnhem. So, Arnhem is one of the supporter of this theory, which said that perception can be learned. So, ang perception ko no class is makatuna nato, or at least be improved through training. That's why we suggest that we should try to improve children's visual perceptions by asking them to look at and observe their environment more closely. So like for example, class, in a drawing contest wherein a child kay gi-instructan nga kanang mag-drawing of nature like may mga so ang point class is ang i-drawing po sa child kung unsa ang i-drawing po sa child is kung unsa ang iyang nakita sa iyang surroundings. So nga na ang conceptual theory class nga the child draws what they see. Dili kuno tungod sa ilang nahibaw-an, dili tungod sa ilang na feel, but tungod sa ilang nakita sa ilang palibot. So kay mo ni believe ni theory po. Isa in favor ani nga theory.
Nalia, ma'am.
Sige, si Miss Nalia. Miss Nalia, can you give one example nga makasupport ani nga theory?
So, the example for this, ma'am, is like, for example, so in this theory, ma'am, kung asa yung makita sa surrounding, it can influence a child. So, like, for example, if makita sa child a rainbow, so what colors that he can see or she can see in the rainbow, he will use this in drawing a rainbow, ma'am, if the teacher will ask him or her to draw a rainbow.
Okay, very good, Miss Dalia. Another, mga example ani class. Si Miss Naria rabay nito, ning support ani nga theory. Okay, sa hands up, si Miss Pinyaranda.
Okay, ma'am. So, di na ko malayo sa ka-example ganiha nga. If cognitive, ma'am, sa cognitive, kinabalaan man nila nga red ang apple. So, red ilang drawing ng bat. Tungod, pero dili as perceptual, ma'am. Since biskang ilang nabalaan nga red lang ang apple, then they saw nga or di makita sila nga ang apple na aday green, mo to ilahang i-color sa apple, ma'am. Kaya mo may ilang nakita, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Pinyaranda. So, napailain class? Wala na? Okay, so please be reminded lang class ka nagtindahan po ko ani og record sa mga concerning participate ha. Thank you. So shall we proceed to the last theory of art?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so the last theory of art is what we call the perceptual delineation theory. So kinsa na idea ni nga theory class? Anyone? Miss Jaya May Valoria.
Yes, ma'am. In this theory, it believes that the children draw as they do, not because of any one factor, but because of several, ma'am.
Okay, so very good, Miss Valoria. So this theory believes that children draw as they do, not because of any factor, but because of several factors. So dili sa ingon na ni-oppose po ni siya, ni-oppose siya sa cognitive, psychoanalytic, and perceptual, but dili siya totally, no? Ang iya lang is kanang ingon siya nga dili lang isa ka factor ang pwede nga maka-influence sa pag-drawing sa isa ka child. Ingon siya there are several factors. So what do you think are these factors, class? Na may idea? Okay, so the one factor is, please read the first factor. Kinsa na ni hands up? Miss Rakuma.
So, one factor is the child's readiness, ma'am.
The child's readiness. Okay. So this includes the physical development of a child. Ilang physical development, ilang intelligence, ilang perceptual development, ilang response step, and cultural disposition. So the child's readiness is nga maka-apekto ngano sa pag-grow sa isa ka child. So their readiness to draw or make an artwork. So the second factor can be Miss Dultra. Wala si Miss Dultra. Kinsa na ning hands up gani? Miss Uno.
So the second factor is the psychological environment in which the child works.
Yes, thank you. So the second factor is the psychological environment in which the child works. So this includes the degree of treat or support, as well as the number and intensity of rewards and punishment. So this includes the moral support, no, from their environment. So if ready na ang sakara, kailangan po sila og support in their psychological environment. So mao to ang second factor. Another factor is basta. Miss Po.
So, the third factor relates to how children handle information.
Yes. Third factor is on how children handle information. So this is the ability the child to handle details and organize and categorize information coming to this environment. So the ability of the child to organize and categorize information nga ilang na perceive through their environment. So the last and final factor is how children's drawings are influenced by their ability to manipulate the media as well as their creative and inventive ability. So this is the final factor. Diba? Sa first factor is the child's readiness. Now, the second factor is the support from the psychological environment. So the third is the ability to information. And fourth, the ability to manipulate media. Ngamda ko po og makatabang sa ilang tama og artworks. Especially now, these are more on digital media. So, an example of theory is this. Excuse me. Like kanang poster making contest. So, poster making contest nga naa siya tema. So, that na theme nga dapat sundon. So, like for example, ang theme niya is how to conserve the Mother Earth. So, through the different factors class, through that theme, parang sa child kung sa ang content sa iyang artwork. So, the first is ma-apply ito ang first factor, the readiness. So, diba, i-appeal jud ang bata nga contest. So, tasabot, ready na jud siya nga mood artwork. Another is psychological environment of a child. So, kay ni-appeal the from as well as their skills and strengths is siya ang tabang. So, very important po. And number 3 is the ability to categorize information. So, from the theme nga observe our Mother Earth, so, kanang bago na una ang isa ka child na information nga pwede ni maguna-una ang isa ka child of information nga pwede niya kanang mahimo nga content sa iyang poster. Then another is their ability to manipulate media as well as their creative and inventive ability. So, nasabtan na class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can you kita ni tuuan ni nga theory? One, walay favor. Yung sa to, si Miss Moring. So, Miss Moring, ning tuo kaning nga theory. So, can you give example nga makasupport aning nga theory lang?
Yes, ma'am, ito o kaning nga theory because as time goes by, nagka-improve na ang mga strategies nga gamiton sa mga artists, like for example kanang poster making, kanang mga cartooning, ma'am. So these ways of kanang pagdraw nagvaries jud siya from time to time, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Moring. Another, ituo ba mong class nga daghan factors kuno ang pwede maka-influence sa pag-draw sa isa ka child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, si Miss, Miss Lesette?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give another example lang?
Koan, ma'am. So another example for this theory, which is the perceptual delineation theory, is kanang koan, ma'am, graphic organizer. So making of graphic organizer, ma'am. So kanang nibilang ni siya ani nga theory kay, for example, just like in poster making na ay theme, and kanang in that na ay several factors ang mahimo nga kanang mo
effects sa kanang paggama sa graphic organizer, ma'am. So for example, sa first factor sa kanang child's readiness. So for example, kanang dili man makagama ang bata sa or the student in that specific graphic organizer if wala siya intelligence or perceptual development towards the topic. And also for the second factor, so for the second factor, so psychological environment. So diba sa psychological environment na aman when the child works, there is an including degree of threat or support. So in that case, there is a rubric man in making a graphic organizer. So in that, na-adjoy reward makuha ang bata, and that reward will be based on his or her output kung if the graphic organizer really suits to the rubric being or given by the instructor. And lastly, the final factor, so how they manipulate the materials in order to make that graphic organizer, ma'am. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, so very good, Miss Rakuma. So, kinsa pa ilaing class? Kasi, kinsa na ni hands up, dali. Apilid, Miss Castardo.
Okay, ma'am. Example, ani nga particular theory, ma'am. Using the final factor is, ang pagumangton, ma'am, kay hilig ka sa mag-drawing of mga kingkoy or kanang mga cartoon characters. So, I believe nga, adong isang mga artworks influence to sa television or the internet.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Castardo. Another, dapat tayo ni hands up. Sige, si Mr. Elio.
So yes, I support this theory. So most especially the factor of the psychological environment. So the example for this is a child being tasked by his teacher to do a painting about the Filipino traits. Since sa lugar atong bata is ang uso nga trait is kanang bayanihan. So since kanang characteristics sa bayanihan mo yung mahimong inspiration sa artwork sa yung painting, ma'am. Kay mo man to yung nakita sa environment.
Okay. So, thank you. So, nasabdan na tanang theory class?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, kailan mo aning nga person? Okay, so I guess wala. So, this is June King Maxi. So, this, he is, she is one of the supporter of this perceptual delineation theory. So, again, kanang unsa gali ang belief sa cognitive theory?
the children
Anyone?
know what they know.
Children know what they know.
Child draw what they know.
Okay. Children grow what they know. How about the psychoanalytic theory?
The child draw what they feel.
Okay. So, very good. So, another, this perceptual theory.
The children
draw what they see.
Okay. And lastly, the perceptual delineation theory. Unsa ilang belief gani class?
Children
draw as
not because of any one factor, but because of several factors, ma'am.
Okay. So, very good. So, I guess, nasabtan ra ninyo tanan class, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
wala question. So, ako napod na ay pangutana. So, as future educators class, what is the value of knowing those theories of art? So, unsa ang importante nga as future educators makaibaw mo atong 4 theories of art? Anyone? Kasi mo nag-answer, Miss Rakuma.
So for me, ma'am, the importance of knowing the different theories of art for us future educators is that this will help us to be retract on what are the theories that we should be what that we should be involved in making our in teaching our students. So just like for example, whenever diba, we are handling not just one student, but several students with different interests, with different capabilities, skills, and talents. So as for that, we really need to know or become more knowledgeable about the different theories of art, because these will help us in making ourselves fully equipped so that we can make use of the proper or more suitable theory of art in making our instruction towards the students. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Rakuma. Another, kinsa pay na idea, class? Si Miss Olaso.
For me, ma'am, being knowledgeable about this theories of art would help us teacher to understand better the artworks of our future students, and considering that they would draw in accordance of what they feel, what they see. So, for us educators to limit ourselves and to understand the way students learn themselves.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Olaso. So another, Miss Buko.
So, so for me, ma'am, as educator, so it is important to value. It is important to know the difference of art, most especially in handling children, because in this way we can able to motivate them to express their feelings, emotions in creating arts, because in that way they will become challenged, they will become inspired to express their own creative way in expressing arts, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Buko. Napailang monster class. Miss Moring. Wala na class? Si Miss Moring, wag na hands up to ganina. Miss Moring.
I think si Miss Piñaranda to, ma'am, pero sige, ako na lang,
Ay,
ma'am.
sorry.
Ako na
Miss Peñaranda niya.
Okay, ma-answer na lang to, ma'am.
Okay, sige lang. Go on.
Okay, so
Sorry.
as a future educator, ma'am, it is important for us to know the different theories of art, for us to simply understand our students' behavior or even their emotions, as we already have ideas on how our students may gain knowledge and express this knowledge, ma'am. So that's all, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Miss Moring. So, si Miss Piñaranda dito. Okay, Miss Piñaranda, I hear your answer lang.
Okay, ma'am. So it is important to know the different theories of art, because it can help us to know the methods to apply during instruction, and pupils have different backgrounds and preferences that could affect their performance in making arts. Therefore, through this, we can be able to influence them positively by using the following theories, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Piñaranda. Another, napa class? Mr. Elio.
Okay, ma'am. As future educators, knowing the different theories of art is very important, and a reason that it will enable us to successfully employ various teaching strategies on how to handle and cater the needs of the learners who have a diverse technique and style of making an artwork, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Elio. Napa class? Napay gusto mo share sa ilang idea?
Nalia, ma'am.
Miss Nalia.
So, as Mr. Elio stated, ma'am, so it is very important to know the different theories of art as a teacher educator, because we all know that in a classroom setup, every child has different ways on how they will be able to learn. So as a teacher educator, if we will be able to know the different theories of art, we can be able to come up with something that can help us to effectively teach the people so that they can be able to learn the subject matter effectively and easily.
Okay, thank you, Miss Nalia. Napa class? Wala na? So in short class no, so it is important nga makabaw ta sa different theories of arts kay para ma-aware ta sa mga nagkalain-laing factors nga posible nga maka-epekto sa paggama sa isa ka child o isa ka artwork. So as teachers, kung makaibaw ta sa mga theories, so kamao ta nga mo adjust depending on the knowledge, skills, and ability of our pupils. So wala na ilain no. So for your assessment, so you will create a graphic organizer containing the different theories of art. So include a brief description on each theories. So mag-create mo class of graphic organizer. Dapat sa graphic organizer is makita ang ato ang upat ka theories of art. Then kanang inyong butangan o brief description. So I encourage you all to ang unsa ang inyong the description you put in the graphic organizer on each theories is based on your own understanding jud class, so on your own words and understanding. So this is the criteria for scoring. So first is the organization, 10 points. So on how you organize your graphic organizer. So second is the content or ideas. So it is 10 points. So the ideas nga inyong gibutang adto, especially in the description, nga inyong gibutang on each theories. Next is the creativity. So 5 points. So giunsa ninyo pod. So inyong creativity lang, depende ra ninyo. So na siya 5 points. And especially timeliness. So this is 5 points. So a total of 30 points. So the deadline for this activity class is I will give you 1 week gihapon. So I will wait until next Friday. So magkuan gapon ko class kanang mag-post gapon ko sa activity and then kaning PPT adto sa atong Google Classroom. So naay question class about sa atong activity? Wala ra? Okay. So since kanang kuan class tomorrow ma-end naman ang amo ang second shift of teaching internship. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all because without you, so my second shift journey of teaching internship will not be fruitful, no? So dili siya mahitabo without you. So thank you so much for your active participation and cooperation nga inyong gihatag nako as we are having discussion on our lessons. So always remember lang class nga kuan. Padayon lang jud kanunay. So pwede mo pahuway apan dili pwede mo undang. So remember, so have faith in God na lang. God put you or God put us in this situation because this is His plan for us. So whenever kanang mag-struggles mo or mag-struggles ta throughout our journey, so kanang kuan lang. So pwede ra din siya mo pahuway wala problema, but dili pwede ang muundang. So laban lang jud kanunay kay have faith in God nga gibutang mo ana nga sitwasyon or gibutang mo ani nga sitwasyon. This is because mo ni ang plano niya para ninyo or para nato. So have faith nga gibutang ta niya ani nga sitwasyon iya pod ta nga tabangan nga makalingkawas ta. So pohon I hope nga kamutanan, so mo 42 no. So I hope nga kamutanan mahimo nga educators pohon. And para to, thank you so much and please pray for me. So I am praying for you all pod nga pohon makabot na sa din ang dream. So thank you so much class.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Salamat, ma'am. Okay. So always remember class that by the way nakalimot na ko sa assignment. So your assignment is I am encouraging you all